Hi, this is going to be a quick video. Somebody's having issues on my telemetry video I had. And basically his problem is it doesn't link. The two green lights don't go solid. So I suggested to him to try to program this unit directly, but I actually never did it before. So I learned really quick today how to do it and make a quick video on the wiring. So basically what I've done here is I just wired directly right off the board, these four wires. What you can do is if you don't want to do the soldering or whatever, just skin some of these wires and attach your wire. You're going to need to find yourself a USB to serial adapter like this guy. It actually has a chip inside, and at the end has these four wires, and that's what I'm going to plug into here. So I'll just show it being plugged in, and then I'll show the next step. Alright, that's the way I have the cable plugged into it. Then the other end I'm going to plug into my computer. So it goes, the white's the TX, the green's the RX, black is ground, and red is your positive 5 volts. And yeah, so that's basically all you need for that. I'm not sure if this is actually going to fix his issue or anybody else's issue with it, but at least this is showing you guys an alternative way to program this unit, just in case it is defective, or you just want to simply upload the firmware again to it. Right, so I'll show you the software side, and that's it. Before I plug in a unit, I'll just show you a couple of adapters on eBay. So if you just type USB to TTL, you want to do some research on these adapters here. I'd most likely get something that looks like this. It'll probably do, except this 2303HX, doesn't matter what they say, that it's not compatible in Windows 10. So unless you can find the drivers, I haven't been able to get it to work yet. So just do some research on the cable. Otherwise, you'll have to use a virtual machine like me. The second thing you guys will want to do is download this guy. I'll include the link in the description. Alright, I'll jump into the virtual machine now. Here's some files here. Something to do just in case you get an error is to go into the folder wherever you extracted a 3DR radio. It comes with the hex that you need, but sometimes the program locks it, kind of like HexEdit would. Just go over here and choose copy here. Just in case it does get locked, at least you can jump to this file right away. Alright, so I have Device Manager open just so I can see what port it lands on. So plug in the USB to serial into your computer. Find what port lands on, port 4. Open up the program. Choose COM4. And then this port here. So you can click on load settings just to see if you can actually get anything. In my case I do, because it is programmed right. And even if you do get some information but you're still having problems with it, you can click on the upload firmware button or the upload custom firmware button. The upload firmware button just right away picks this file, doesn't ask you what file you want to upload to it, and this one at least lets you choose it. So for now we'll just try this guy. Now if you get an error here, it means you're going to have to attach another wire on the unit, which I'll show a picture. We'll see if it fails. Alright, so it failed. So right now I'll show a picture of the wire you have to connect. So unplug the unit again. It might be best just to hook up this wire just to begin with, but that's up to you. If you hook up the wire, then you can't click on the load settings. This won't show up until you remove the wire. So the yellow wire in the picture, that's what you want to connect. That will force it into bootloader mode. Now plug the USB back into your computer again. And you can try just clicking on the upload firmware button. If you get an error, we'll have to do it through custom. So if it says failed to download new firmware again, so this time what you can try doing is upload custom firmware and then choose the copy of radio.hex. And this time it should work. Alright, the included file is this file here, but you won't be able to click on load settings most likely until you remove that yellow wire. We're just going to see just in case it does work. No, it failed. Unplug the USB again and remove this yellow wire. You can just leave it floating for now. Plug the USB back in again. And now click load settings. Right, so everything looks good. It worked. Just to double check, I can close this guy down, open it up again, click on COM4, and click on load settings again. As I said before, it does that file right here, that radio.hex file is actually this version here. What you can do now is plug in your USB adapter, the other part of the telemetry, and plug it right into the computer and just program it here as well if you want. So they're identical. You shouldn't have to. Right now what I would do is just plug your air adapter into your CX20 and just to see if it works. If not, then look into just plugging the USB because there's no modding involved after this. Right? Hopefully this was helpful. I'm not sure if it's actually going to help anybody with the issue as I don't have any broken units here to actually see if this fixes the issue. But at least now you can upload custom firmware if you want to. Thanks for watching, and that's it.